Awesome. So now that we have our um, parts, let's see if we could just quickly do that bolt at the end, the lock nut, sorry. So now if we're looking at the lock nut, it's basically the same construction for this particular part here. So I'm just gonna grab that COPY. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm just gonna pull it off. I'm going to inside the bottom here. Nice. So once we have that, we're just gonna take some distance off. I would love to just measure that 10 off. So we're gonna go 1 0, enter. We're just gonna go up and we're gonna go down just so we have that line to know we're gonna start to draw from. And this is actually going to be, we have a thickness of 6 for the first one, then we have the lock nut, so we have 6 and then we have 8, and in both of them, let me just see if I could show you. Right, so we have a thickness of 6 and a thickness of 8, and that is going to basically screw onto this particular part here. That's why it's facing this direction. And here we have the head for the actual construction for the bolt, right? And then we have it double sided, then we would have it on this particular type again, and then a flat end. So let's see if we could do that. And this occurs at 8 and 6 respectively. So now let's get those horizontals down. So we're gonna go 6, enter, and then we're gonna go down, and then we're gonna go L, enter again, and we're gonna go 8, enter. So it's 8 and 6 respectively. Let's get those dimensions in 1, 2. So we have the 8, and then we have the 6. Nice. Awesome. So well, these aren't, no, I want it to look good. Nice. So we have the 8 and we also have the 6 right here. So now that we know that we got those there, what we can do is, and we already constructed this particular part here using, so I want to copy this, I want to copy this, I want to copy this, I want to also copy this, this, and I also want to copy this. So I'm going to go COPY. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to choose the center point, and for the center point I'm actually just going to choose this particular point here. I'm going to grab that, I'm going to place it right here. Awesome. Nice. And what I'm going to do after this point is I'm going to mirror it, because it is going to be mirrored, but I want to mirror it along the center lines from here to here. And so I would have just had to like put that there so I could get the, put a line there so I could get the center point to mirror it from. So I'm going to again highlight those important lines, and then I'm going to use the mirror command, and then I'm going to find that center point, flip it, and drop that other center point there. Do you want to erase the source? No. Now once I flip it, I'm then going to grab those, follow me along, follow along. I'm going to grab those, we're going to highlight this again, we're going to go copy, and then we're just going to grab that from the center and we're just going to put that across here as well. Nice. And once we do this, now we're going to go switch it to the main object outline, L, enter, then we're going to just drag this down here, we're going to go L, enter again, we're going to go from here to here. Nice. And then we're just going to go along just finishing off that part of it. Awesome. So now that we completed this, and the reason why I would have mirrored it is because it's basically the same construction. So if you're using any computer aided drawing software, this will actually be the fastest way. TR enter. We're gonna have to trim all of you guys. Then we could trim this for the height, and we could also trim you guys as well. Nice. Now once we have this, we're just gonna copy MOVE. Sorry. We're gonna move this and we're just gonna bring it and consolidate it into our. It kind of fit here. Do I want to put it here? I'll just rest it right here. Yeah, it's a little bit off. Nice. Not too far. So everything is basically consolidated right here. Nice. The only thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna do the handle. I think the handle is pretty straightforward and simple, so I'm gonna forego that part.